morning. It's 6:30 in the morning. Started snowing about a half hour ago. I'm just leaving the gas to get some mining snacks. I am on my way up north to the hard digging creek. Let's see if I can find a nice sweet place to either dig in that rock again. That'd be awesome. And or go back to where I was in my first video on that creek. Or maybe it's all melted enough to where I can go where I normally go. And that'd be a cool spot to show you. That'd be a good little cleanup, I think. But yeah, welcome to another episode of Andy Ventures. Let's see what all happens in this adventure of my trip up north to do some gold mining. Maybe we'll find some fancy, beautiful rocks. I don't know, but I'm excited to see how much snow we get. I think we're supposed to get 3 to 6 inches of snow today. Maybe I'm crazy for wanting to drive 2 hours up north and dig in a creek. I don't know, maybe I'm doing it just to get some footage to let you guys watch. Maybe I'm doing it because I like the adventure. There's probably a million reasons why I'm doing it. I don't know, mainly because I like the adventure. And it's going to be exciting. So, we'll see you when we get on the creek. Well, we just got off the main highway. It doesn't look like anyone's really traveled down this road other than maybe one vehicle. No idea when it was, but there is considerably a lot less snow up here than there was in Green Bay. There was a lot of snow actually just before I went through Coleman, and then all of a sudden, poof, it was like it really wasn't touched, or it was just starting. And then I mounted up to about this. I mean, you can faintly see the line. You definitely can see where the road is. I'm not going to drive like a race car driver, even though that would be fun. But I got to get to where I'm going safely. So it might take me maybe, I don't know, 10-15 minutes extra to get to where I'm going. But I just want to give you, I don't know, some viewing of the snowstorm. And I don't know if you call it a storm, but snow is normally pretty to watch, relaxing, soothing. Some people hate it. Well, I don't know, why do you still live in Wisconsin if you hate the snow so much? I feel like we get it almost 6 months out of the year, or at least it's cold. Some winters are worse, some winters are good. Sometimes we don't get really any snow. Well, I'm on County Road A, Athelstein area-ish, and it's not snowing. Big painted rock. I wonder if there's any gold underneath that thing, or if it's just a big piece of bedrock. Not sure. Anyways, yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing anything at all here, so it looks like I'm gonna have a trek to my creek that's gonna be snowless, unless it's snowing by the time I get there. We'll see. I still have some driving to do, but we're getting there. You know, one tire revolution at a time. We're getting there. I just want to share, you know, hey, it's not snowing. It's interesting how weather changes hour and a half away from where you are. Well, we're in the woods. Everything definitely looks like it's been rained on. You can barely see where my path is from toting this lovely thing around. This time I only have one 5-gallon bucket and a 2-gallon bucket. I'm going to use a 2-gallon bucket for my water, splashing, and maybe a seat. I just went and checked out from where my first video was, from where I found a picker, not a picker, I don't know. I kind of want to go back and redig and send a lot of that through this sluice. Well, this little setup works kind of decent. I could use a better handle, I just didn't get there. I'm going to go to the store and buy some more clips, because I don't want to keep trying to get everything out of these and then back, whatever. So I'll buy some more clips and some rope, maybe watch some YouTube videos, and learn how to do some paracord stuff. My friend Chad knows how to do it. Maybe we'll sell some handles for buckets and stuff too. I don't know, there's an idea. Here's where I normally dig. It's a nice bend. You can hear the water. I'll be quiet. If you look closely over there, I don't know if the tree's in the way. Oh, underneath the tree, there's an area of open water. We're gonna just keep adventuring. into the forest so I can dig by that giant boulder. Okay, well, I'm at the creek. I've been at the creek, you saw, but I walked up to where I had a couple of videos. Look out how open this all is. Kind of exciting. It's going to make it really easy to build up a dam and get my sluice flowing. Pretty nice. Pretty excited about that. It was a little open over there by the rock. You can see some water flowing right there. And just on the other side of that water is that rock that's fallen over. I'm going to dig closer to the giant one. See how that turns out for a cleanup. I've done a bunch of prospecting along this creek. Way up there where a really old beaver dam is, to all the way up to the road. And I can't say being closer to the road or further away from the road is better or not, because this creek actually has really good color in it almost everywhere you go. You just have to find that right layer or right side of the creek, not, you know, the right side, but you know what I mean, the correct side. So I'm gonna start breaking away this ice, moving some rocks, and get my sluice set up in there so we can start classifying some material over there. It's kind of nice enough out. I think I might try and use the tub to dump material in and feed it that way. I do have a rain jacket with me in my backpack so I can cover stuff up if I need to. So now that I kind of caught my breath, I'm gonna break some ice and get this party started. Okay, we got that all cleared out. I should have set this up. I took a little fast video of it, but it went way easier than I thought, even though I'm, you know, out of breath. Maybe I'm out of shape, I don't know. Been I haven't had a cigarette or nicotine in over 1.5 years, so that's exciting. But yeah, we'll get this sluice set up. I just got them breaking all of this craziness up. Everything. This is where I'm digging by that crazy, beautiful rock. Broke a bunch of stuff all apart, and then that's where it stopped. It's definitely a very beautiful day. I'm not sure what time it is, but it still isn't snowing here. I wonder if I'm even going to get any snow here. But you would think I would. Get this all move. I was going to get stuck up to the next one anyways, but there we go. That's going to kind of free flow, and oh, you can see, I'll get closer, you can see how much the water level dropped already from by that rock, just from doing this. Maybe this will just slowly filter its way out now. But walking in the creek, looking for that Wisconsin nugget. So, kind of see that's maybe a good 2-3 inches. Really close. I don't think it's going to be any more than 3 inches, but a really good 2-3. I think I'm going to dig. So if you look close, you can kind of see how this rock, oh, she's kind of deep right there, be careful. You can kind of see where this thing broke off. And it kind of looks like it kind of broke off, and over time, the creek made this rock, this piece spin. So this being up, I don't know how far. Probably not super far, but there's a lot of big rocks here. So if I dig like in here somewhere, that should be all right, I think. So we're gonna find out what it's like in today's Andy venture. Subscribe, you know? Who knows, I might fall in the creek and get soaked today. Maybe it's gonna snow so crazy you can't even see my face on the video. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I do know we're gonna dig some holes. We're gonna see some cool rocks, and we may or may not find a piece of gold. It might be fly poop or flea poop, however small. we'll find it if it's in our stuff. But if we don't find anything, we'll see some cool rocks and we'll hear the birds chirp. Shh, you can hear them. Some of them. And the creek. The creek makes nice soothing sounds. Look at that. You probably can't see on the camera, but I say something about it not snowing and I'm getting some faint little teeny snowflakes hit my nose. So I'm gonna get set up and I'm gonna start digging and I'll let you know where I'm at. Okay, I got a classifier in my bucket full of water. I lost my sweatshirt because it's getting really warm moving all this stuff around. Yeah, you gotta put your gloves on so you can get to work. You need your work gloves. Don't need blisters, scratches, stuff getting underneath my fingernails, let alone dealing with the bitter cold water, because this is a very, very cold, frosty water. I like these gloves a lot. They're pretty awesome. Grab my shovel. I'm gonna start digging. I'm gonna start digging over here. I put my bucket there so I can start filling in my hole. Oh, this is gonna be hard digging. Sticks. Oh, that's stinky. That is some stinky stuff. Stinky, stinky. Maybe that's where the gold lies. In with the stinky. This big rock. I can feel it under my foot. Putting it. I'm standing on that other rock I was digging under. I tried standing there, see if it would topple into the hole. It did not topple. One big rock, maybe I ain't gonna be able to dig here. I don't know what's gonna happen now. I wasn't expecting a big rock to be there like that. I'm under it. It's thin, it's small. Oh, look at that. I wonder if we can kind of... You don't know what's all on there. Oh, it's some stinkiness. That is some stinkiness. It's probably broken off of this thing. Oh, man. Don't get splashed in the face. A lot of gross debris in there. So now maybe I can start digging a hole here. Look at this. Bring this a little closer. Hopefully it's in the camera, but look at this. I don't know what it all consists of, but it looks like there's a lot of little white, clear quartz in it. Some rusty quartz. I don't know, but that probably could have some gold in it. I'm gonna put it somewhere to see someday. Up here, I might go back in the creek. I don't know. But that's cool. That's really cool. now I gotta decide, do I want to run this in, or do I want to start filling up that big sled bucket? Decisions. Either way, I gotta carry this over there, so let's hope I don't fall in the hole. Be careful, and I'll be back. Okay, so I put my tub there. Sluice is sluicing, nothing in it yet, but I decided I'm gonna start filling my tub up. I'm gonna take a little clip after the tub's kind of full. Got my tripod set up here. I did a tripod before when I was filling up that bucket. So I just got to get it dumped into the tub and go fill it up a few more times. Okay, well, I have this much up. I don't know, maybe about 5 buckets, 4.5, 5 buckets. I'm not counting. I've just been carrying about half, 3/4 full buckets over here. It's been snowing on and off, heavy. It hasn't stopped. I guess look at my backpack. I don't know how long I've been here, but the first video, or the little video of me to fill one up right away, took me about 17 minutes. And I feel like after that bucket, it's been getting easier and easier. It's just like not hard compressed material. But we're gonna do one more bucket, and then we're gonna start sending it through, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, we have, I don't know, a good 5-6 buckets put in there. Start sending it through. We are definitely getting down to the nitty-gritties. Not as much black sand's hanging out and everything, just because there's a lot more flow of everything. But the snow is messing up with the screen on my phone, so I wasn't able to keep my phone in places and let it keep recording. But good news is, my camera is supposed to be in today. Maybe bad news is, this is the last adventure I will be recording with my phone. But then on the positive side of that, I'll be able to use a microphone, and you'll be able to hear me all the time, without me messing with so much in the editing. No ice buildup on the side of the sluice today. That's kind of neat, huh? So I threw a sweatshirt on. I was wearing a jacket before because it was waterproof. And it's snowing really fine, but enough to come down. Shaking my off a couple times. This is the rock that I wanted to show you before. I don't know if you can see some of that glistening in there. I don't know if it's gold, or if it's just mica, or if it's fool's gold. We'll find out later when we get back home. But what's left, I'm going to try and get that emptied into here. I put my jacket off, or put my sweatshirt on so I can wear my gloves to help me do it. It's not easy wearing those gloves and the jacket. So, we'll see how this goes. Oh, and check this one. Look at how far my tailing pile is. Creeping on down. It's all just creeping on down. Tailings all the way down this mess. Look at this. It kind of stops somewhere over here. Not really. It just keeps on going. It's kind of neat. But it's beautiful out here. Nice, beautiful, snowy day. I wonder how everything is down south. I'll find out. Since I'm starting to get a little wet from the snow, my Rain Defender sweatshirt isn't very Rain Defender-ish anymore. I might have to invest in a new one. Look at all these black sands. There's black sands. I should probably finish this thing up so I'm not losing anything. I don't think I'll lose anything. Everything should settle deep in there, but there's a lot of black sands in there. There's some areas that are a little clear, probably because the water's flowing fast, but we'll hurry up and get this taken care of. All right, I just broke down my dam, so that's all rushing down. My tailings pile down there is really starting to rush between those rocks. And according to the ice over yonder, I wonder how much it's all going to drop. Probably not very much. I probably didn't raise it. Maybe an inch. It ain't going to drop too much more, I guess. But I guess closer over here, you can see where it was, the water line in the snow. So maybe it did drop a few inches over here. It's just a lot higher that way. Neat. Neat, oh neat. Careful walking so you don't break the dam up a little bit more and get her to drop some more. Yeah. It's always easy to build them back up. Leave them torn down for nature. Fish and everything. I mean, I don't know how much fish is really tooling through here anymore in the winter, but you never know. I've definitely had trout swim up my sluice in this creek. I have witnesses. I have witnesses to that day. It was awesome. It was fun. So yeah, that's gonna keep dropping down even more. A lot more. Wow. Maybe 6 inches. Got everything kind of dripping off or freezing up. I have all my tailings in this little 2-gallon pail. Doesn't look like there's too much in there, but it definitely has some weight to it. A lot of mica. A lot of mica. Hopefully that's a good thing. We'll find out. So we're going to get everything loaded up and head to the truck. So I am on my way back. I have service. Got a notification that my camera has been delivered. So that's pretty exciting. Still really, really fine snow out. Very fine snow coming down. But it's still really neat and cool. But I guess informing you watchers, viewers, subscribers, hopefully I will gain your subscription after this video or one of my videos. But anyways, what I'm getting to is my cleanup of my cons will be with my new camera. So I guess it will be interesting to see the ease difference. Oh, why I decided to just whip out my phone and take a video and say, hey, my camera's been delivered, but I completely forgot to grab those rocks and show you the rocks that I was going to bring home. I had them all sitting on that boulder I was digging underneath in the last 2 videos. Or at least they're probably not going to disappear, they're just going to get buried under the snow and I will find them again. But I will have some videos of some of my other rocks that I want to, I guess, de-rust, get the iron staining off of them so they look natural again. And I have some that I want to crush. I don't know, Glacial Gold Hunter made a ball mill that I am kind of really contemplating on also copying his idea and making one instead of using a rock crusher that I have, because it's time consuming and it gets really loud. Well, I guess a ball mill I can just let it run, build a little foam thing get a batch of rocks ready for the tumbler and get that thing going pretty soon, because I have some rocks that I think are going to look really neat after they're tumbled. I don't know, maybe I'll let them hang out at Pike River Prospecting and let Ron sell them. Wisconsin tumbled rocks and stones for your enjoyment to look at. Bring them home if you want to buy them. They won't be expensive. It's not like it takes a lot of time. I mean, it does take time to tumble stones, but it's not like you're sitting there watching them. You just switch your medias between the grits, wash them, done. It's like a 4 or 6 week process depending on the hardness of your rocks and how jagged or smooth they are when they begin. Okay, we're back home. We have all cons classified to a 20 mesh, all ready to go over the sluice. I have the camera set up on a tripod, kind of, I guess, decent way to kind of hopefully for everyone to watch. I wish I zoomed in more. I'll have to mess with my setup and stuff a little bit more later on, and maybe try and get the camera over here, because that would be cool. Just a nice view. Some different lights. Oh, and also with using my camera, I have a fancy, see if I can do this without losing my clip. I have a fancy microphone to use. It's magnetic to a clip, and the clip can clip on, so I don't have to have so many issues on you guys trying to hear me. So let's start running some dirt, hey? Okay, we're going to let this run for a moment, clean out a little bit, and I swear every time I have done a clean out or clean up from digging by that giant boulder, I feel like I'm getting skunked. There is one little teeny piece up here, maybe a little piece there. I did forget to get all my bubbles out of here. I wanted to, but whatever, no big deal. You can see it's full anyways, so bubbles don't matter. I am curious how many micros are in here. So other than 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 pieces. 6 buckets, 4 pieces. I think that may be poopy. I have a miller table to run it all on, but we will see. My little thing keeps falling down and flapping. Lens cover. So yeah, we'll get this cleaned up and put into the miller table. We'll need a little close up on those pieces though. So you can see those little pieces. There's one little piece. I can at least use my phone for this. Oh, that glare really stinks. If I turn it off. Oh, that's not so bad, is it? Well, let's go back up and look at the gold. There you go, there's one little gold piece. See how nice this is all cleaning out and just letting it run It's so different looking on the phone compared to looking at it with my eyes. No sunglasses this time, obviously. Looks like there's another little teeny gold piece right there, kind of in the middle, towards the top of the screen. There should be another one in there, right there. Ooh, she really got shiny there. You like that? That got real shiny. You're really showing up like that. Why can't they all show up like that? That'd be cool. It's alright. We'll get this cleaned out and onto the miller table. So I'm going to attempt to show you cleaning this thing out. I can't get the whole thing on camera, but I keep it on an angle. Everything just kind of runs down like that. Alrighty, then that should be good. Doesn't look like there's anything left in there. That's what we got. Doesn't look like really there's a lot in there, but we'll get it transferred into that little baby blue pan, and we'll run it on the miller table. Okay, we got that stuff thrown into the little teeny cute blue pan. And a little bit more of that water out of there. We have the miller table going. Hopefully I have this in a good spot. This now. Well, I gotta grab a little spoon. Alright. Now we'll see what's in this stuff. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure there's nothing left in this, but I have it running a little hotter to get this to go down. I have my pile of gold over here. A lot more than what I was thinking, that's for sure. So, it doesn't look like there's anything in here. I'll run it up a little bit more. No, then my gold starts going down. 7.2 is where she stays. So I can turn that down, let this wash down. Put my dime there. And we'll show you what that looks like. Alright, and there's a dime. And there's all the little pieces I got out of there. A lot more than I was thinking. You know, every time I think I get skunked. Well, I feel like that's a good indication that I should go back and dig under that boulder. So please, if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends about it. Tell your friends about it. I don't know. Keep on watching. So far I have every Tuesday a new video. I have been just taking my gold from each cleanup on my videos, sucking it up to this snuffer bottle. This snuffer bottle has probably already half a gram
ish of gold in it from other adventures. Yeah. So on to the next one.